Empire, which scares me ever so slightly. I don't like it. We have a truce with you. Can I like justify a war on you? Yeah, it's only 10 infamy now, which is definitely cheaper than it was in the past. And we have a third national focus. Let's go. Let's encourage intellectuals. You are the intellectuals in Telesia. So, you know, let's throw them in Albania then instead. Because we're now at 11.7% literacy rate, which is better than where we were before. And it's November. Only half a year. And then we can participate a little bit more in the rush for Africa. And hopefully the voters are not going to make the same mistake of voting in the Conservatives, even though it looks like they're going to. They're like, you vote in the Conservatives, I'm just putting the Liberals back in charge. That's just how it is. State capitalism. I don't think anybody is state capitalist, right? Other than the reactionaries, but I don't know if I want residency. Because we do have a pretty significant amount of the population who's not Greek. Like, limited pro-military. Like, you're basically the best we can get. Planned economy, I think, is too far. And anti-military, I do not want at all. Because we still have a lot of military conquest we need to do. Okay, got some supply limits. After this... Also, 1870, probably should have gotten this tech about like 10... Yeah, we actually have 2 research points. That's my fault. That's my fault by a long shot. We sold the Sinai Peninsula. I could theoretically release Egypt as like a puppet state and then try to... No, that's silly. That's a silly idea. Okay, Sokoto's going to fall to... Are no gods. No. We will go for pluralism. Seems okay. We got the French colonies. We got the British colonies. Hey, you actually voted in the Conservatives. But that's it. Hey, no, I don't want the Conservatives. I want the Liberals. Because they immediately... like, laissez-faire just tanks the economy so fast. Also, upgrade any factories. I don't know if you can, but upgrade any factories if you're actually able to. And I would like to colonize Djibouti. But I don't know if you can colonize it. Probably not until 1890. But it is a 10 province life rating, which is not high enough to colonize quite yet. And we see that Germany hasn't taken anything because they're still at war probably with the Italians. Once they're done at being at war with Italy, they're negative 15, which is maximum. Because they don't have fume, that's still ticking up. So we'll kind of see. They might get 2 of these done. They're not going to wipe peace. Or at least I'm 99% sure they're not going to wipe peace. Austria is now trying to fight the Russians again. I don't think that's going to work out for them. I mean, they got the backing of the Bulgarians, but... Is Bulgaria? I mean, you're okay. You're a great power again. Welcome back to the club. I mean, I'm not in the club. But welcome back to that. Let's increase pensions a little bit. I mean, we've never made a ton of money as... Somebody should take over this province, though. Probably, hopefully, Spain, because it'll make their borders look nicer. France will probably colonize the interior here. You know, highlight to Zanzibar. Oh yeah, we can start doing stuff here. 10 infamy, 174 days. Let's establish a protectorate over Abyssinia. We can actually fully annex them. And hopefully 8.1. You know what? I mean, we could annex you as well for 10 infamy. I don't know if that's worth it. I mean, you have a lot of cores. But I don't think the cores mean much. And when is this going to be done? Krakatoa explodes. It'll be done in 83 days. We could ask the British for help. Because they won't be able to annex territory themselves, I'm pretty sure. You're trying to take Geldi, which is down here. So the British are already, you know, throwing some influence in this area. I mean, I hope they say yes. Okay, and you're friendly towards me and... We truce to the French. I don't even know why... Oh yeah, the Franco-Prussian War. I was wondering, like, why do we even have a truce with you? You have 3 divisions. I mean, what? Don't even call the British in, actually. There's no reason to do so. Military. Let's put, like, half spending on military. And, like, even at half spending, like, we should... We're not crushing them as much as I would like, but, you know, we should still do pretty okay. You know, let's throw military costs up to maximum. Got a 4-stack. Britain, you want to join this war? You would accept? Okay, thank you. You'll take over the war. But that's okay, because the AI always wants to push the claims that are already there. They might actually just annex this guy as well. But I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, you're at war with Geldi down here as well, and Zanzibar. You'll be up here. You will either white peace or try to annex them. You will annex them. I mean, the problem is, like, there's also, like, a lot of mountain Abyssinia, which can make fighting a little bit more difficult than I would like it to be. 15 canned food is okay. France is definitely going to win their war here. Serbia is losing actually against Bulgaria, which is kind of pathetic. What else are you trying to do? You're also probably going to try to annex most of Zanzibar, if I had to take a guess. And the British are doing a good job here. So we'll have a nice Greek Abyssinia. The Belgian Congo. Unfortunately, I was kind of hoping that maybe they'd give me the Congo, but... Maybe that was, you know, too wishful thinking. You're still negative. You're at plus 25. So, this is basically going to be stuck like this for a long, long while. So, yeah, take all this land. And with that, Greek Abyssinia has been established. They did take Djibouti, which is unfortunate. But, I mean, that's still pretty good. Let's make a small African army. And they'll basically try to garrison our colonial holding. And we'll send these guys back home to Greece. And with the most cursed colony of all time, we shall return home victorious. I mean, that's... Again, that's probably more population than the rest of the country, right? Yes, there's more... No, technically Greece is still the biggest, biggest culture. But I'm pretty sure just over half of people in all of the Greek Empire live here. Probably the same thing is kind of true in Belgium with the Congo. Yeah, like, all of our most populated spots are down here. And then, like, southern Albania for some reason, but... I guess we might as well get revolution and counter-revolution. Do we want it, actually? I don't actually think we do. You know what? No. Research points. What are you... No, every other option is just worse than that. Okay, cut military spending. Cut administration cost. Probably spending a lot of money trying to maintain this colonial empire. But it's all worth it in the end. And in 6 more years, we can actually go to war with the Ottomans. Take over more land. Like, how much of this stuff's actually even Greek? The answer is, like, not a lot of it, but that's okay. What do you guys want? Common school? There you go. You can have basic school. We still got child labor in the country, but that's, you know what? Kids need a strong upbringing. Let's just put it that way. So you now build small arms factories. Got Egyptian nationalists. Maybe they'll just form a country just in the desert. I don't know how well that's going to work for them. What they... I mean, I guess they could. I mean, the Ottomans have 35 troops. They are a secondary power, which is more than, you know, I could say. Most because our industry is just better than ours. And it actually... And they got a better military as well. Better industry, better military. Also, you guys probably want to go to the capital. which I believe was here. And we'll get another army up here going. This will probably... Will it boost our military score enough to get up to secondary power status? I'm leaning more towards no. I mean, who's in 16th place? I think it's Canada? Yeah. And they're at 145, so actually we're only 5 points behind. Okay, so France is going to try to make the Panama Canal. None of these are considered American cores. And because none of these are considered American cores, these will just be Mexican enclaves for the rest of the game. Lovely. Oh, it's beautiful. I mean, I probably should actually... You know what? I'm going to do that. You know what? Prov ID. Is it change owner? Yes, change owner. USA 103. I don't want to look at this ever again. 212442, and then you are 2662. And there we go. Turn off Prov ID. And there we go. We made the borders look a little bit nicer. Mexico is just a sad little state of a nation right now. Belgium Belgium has great power? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Why would you back the Austrians? You could have released Belgium. You could have released Bohemia, and that would have given you a free not free puppet state, but a free sphereling. Romania's taking a little bit more territory from the Austrians. And our military is going to get better. I hope. I mean, we could build, like, some naval units as well, but, I mean, our navy sucks, and we just don't have the economy to really build a navy, because navies are very expensive. Like, they're stupidly expensive. Because you got this area now. This will probably all go towards the British. So Britain's going to have, like, an absolutely stupidly large colonial empire very, very soon. Because Germany just doesn't seem like they had much interest. Mostly because I think they're still at war with the Italians, and I don't think that war's ever going to end. No, I think this is basically just a permanent war. It'll never stop. There'll be a war until the end of times. Yeah, 147, which means the Canadians then are getting points probably faster than we are. They're at 156 now, so because you got a lot of industry. That's the problem. But again, being a secondary power doesn't actually do much for you. And it's not like I really have the manpower to build more factories. Or even to utilize more factories, I guess I should say. Okay, keep on this open. Change our border policy. We modern archaeology and social alienization. That's social science? It's not social anthropology. But you're all arts. There's modern archaeology. Okay, so we know where that is. The other one we need is social alienization. Actually, what's that under here? No, it's social anthropology. Anti-egalitarianism. I think you're all just people? You can't even invent the periodic table because we don't have Dmitri. So I'm not too sure. We can get one of them, but not both. And there's another election. People are probably going to vote in the Conservatives, which means we're immediately going to put back in the Liberals. You think at some point the population would just realize that their vote doesn't matter and they should just vote for the party that I want them to want to be in charge, right? Like, it doesn't seem like a complicated problem to me. Just vote for who I want you to vote for. Simple. You're trying to take territory from the United Emirates. I'm not too concerned about that. Like, how much people live here? 4 point? No, that's me. There's actually more people living there than there are in our country, which again I think also includes our colonial subjects. Go for secularized. And you're still at war, and I don't think Germany's going to try to colonize until they're not at war. I mean, they already can't take Zanzibar. Like, they've already basically have nothing that they could colonize. They probably colonize here. But by the time it hits 1890 and the other powers are allowed to colonize, I think they're just going to do it. And I think only France and Britain are actually going to have any territory. It's not in... Like, where is... I mean, it's got to be another, like... Is it in here? No. I really don't know. We get more education efficiency. You know what? Probably would not hurt. Let's just put it that way. So let's get some of these basic ones going. They voted in the anarcho-liberals. How did you make things... How did you vote... Like, I wanted you to vote in the liberals, sure, but not the anarcho-liberals. What's wrong with you? Just vote the liberals. That's it. It's... The reactionary party's been rocked by scandal. I don't think that matters. Okay, what do you guys want? You want less child labor? There we go. Kids can only work in some places. Not all of them, just some. Now will you shut up? I wish there was like a search function in this, so I can find what I need to research for the excavation. It gives like just free prestige, which would be really nice. Commission a warship. We don't have investment banks, so we can't actually do this. Again, we're going to get 10 prestige out of that. Lose to war exhaustion. We don't have social science or revolution, counter-revolutions. We can't do that. Nationalized industry. Who's industry in our territory? Who's been investing in Greece? Bosnia's owned by Greece. Still want to renovate Athens at some point. But we need a lot of... What are we spending our money on? Wait, one sec. Military costs are high. You know, let's get more tax efficiency. We got there's so many technologies we need to research. Like we are far behind on tech. Anyone else we can build? No, we're still trying to build some artillery pieces in Africa. We got a 27 stack. Also, you guys will be on Hunt Rebels. That's really going to be your only job. Who are you at war with? You're at war with the Russians and the French. Why? Because you want the homie. Really? You're gonna fight this whole just for one colony in Africa? You're gonna fight a war? I want to say no, because I don't think you can possibly win that. Right? Like, you can't win. I'm gonna say no. I lose 3 prestige, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like without German backing Britain, like I don't feel confident entering a war there. Okay, so can't spend any more social spending than this. Cut education a little bit, cut military spending a little bit. I at least want to be in the green, or I guess in the black. Make some money. Egypt, or the Ottomans taking some territory. Persia. And they're still allied to us, which again, I don't know why they are. They just kind of are. Which isn't, like, horrible. The thing is, like, this war between Germany and Italy is just going to go on forever. And I think Austria hates both of you, right? And that's why they won't give any of you military access. Yeah, like, nobody in between these two countries like each other, so nothing is going to happen. Like, if Switzerland liked them, or if the French liked them, maybe you'd be able to see something happen. But as of right now, yeah, no, it's just a war that never ends. Perpetual conflict. So I think the British have lost their war, which is not a major surprise. Again, I knew you would not be able to win. That's why I didn't join your war. I knew that it was civilized nation. We're on a civilizing mission, so we're just slowly getting prestige for free, which is nice. You'll be done soon. It probably makes sense for us to at least get some of these basic technologies, factory output or input tech. Being cheaper would be nice. And also research really fast because they're very much out of date. Oh, but we are a secondary power now. Who do we replace? The Canadians. I think they actually probably lost some points. Okay. That's completely fine. We're in secondary place. Does that do anything for us? Again, no, but it's more of like it's like a, you know, a status symbol, right? We're moving up in the world. If you look at our ranking, we're now a blue country. We're not one of these stinky yellow countries or one of these stinky red countries. We're a blue country, goddammit. I mean, it's a dark blue. It's almost a yellow. Let's go for freedom of trade. Austria wants an alliance. Oh my god, no. Are you kidding me? Are you out of your mind? You've been a punching bag for the last, like, 20 in-game years. Are you, like... have some self-respect. I have some self-respect. I know you don't. Let's go for late classical theory. We're making some money. We can reduce our prestige. You're already in my... You know what? It's a violation of Greek sovereignty. I don't know what it does. I mean, how much is their opinion really lower by? Like 60 probably? Yeah, neutral, friendly, friendly. You're all fighting against each other. Apparently they're Japanese. They're also trying to get some influence here, which I find a little bit surprising. The Blight of 89. You know what? I can... We're no longer a power or secondary power again. God damn it. Canada. You somehow got like 30 points, and I somehow dropped like 10.